Today is October 1st. I would do something for Halloween. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this actually, because I can't put my headset over this thing. I was thinking about wearing it tomorrow for the beta, but it's like, what do I do? But pretty much yesterday was Call of Duty Next, and I kind of wanted to go over basically all of my thoughts about it and everything. Not like it matters to begin with. Even though we're gonna be able to play it tomorrow, there's still a lot of things we can talk about even without playing the beta, because the beta is gonna be limited in its content and whatnot. Map design this year actually looks like they're caring about it. I don't know what happened with BO6's map design, but when they opened up this presentation talking about multiplayer, they're talking about how, oh, we're going back to the 3-lane maps. Good. Never leave the 3-lane maps again. Never ever do that. Even just from looking at the maps and without looking at the TAC maps, which I have right here, it just looks so much more crisp, so much more clean, so much more simplicity, and just it's not overcomplicated. There's not like 1,000 different lanes where someone can be. We'll be able to see that tomorrow in the beta, hopefully. But there's still, I think there's only like 4 maps in the beta compared to the 16 launch maps. And then in season 1, there's going to be 7 maps added. And the colors look very, very good. And all of the POIs look a little interesting. Like they look creative and fun to be in. Something that I hated with BO6's maps, especially in the post-launch content map. All of the post-launch content maps in BO6 just look like they have no purpose to exist. They don't look important. All of the locations are so boring and uninspired, but every single map that I've seen in BO7. So we get the zombies one right here, Golden Dragon. I'm gonna be honest, not a big fan. When they try to do these like textured camos of classic camos that we have, it just doesn't really end up looking like. Bloodstone looks absolutely beautiful. And then we got this Doom Steel. I'm not a fan of the Doom Steel. You have all of this steel right here, but there's so many gears and gizmos that it kind of just all like meshes together and doesn't look good. And then you have the blue right here. It's just moving way too fast and the gears are moving way too slow. This camo right here is one of the best camos that I've seen in recent years. Jesus, this camo looks beautiful, and I hope it goes between more colors than just the purple. It's almost like this Stranger Things Venom like. It just looks so beautiful. Easily one of my favorite camos that they revealed. Get a look at the Warzone camos, the Golden Damascus throwback to 2019. This is probably the best gold in the game. And then we get a look at this Star Glass. This is dog shit. Horrible camo. This glass right here, like this green blue part, is beautiful. But what is this shit? If you made the entire camo this green blue part, it would look beautiful. Same exact thing for this camo. This absolute zero part, the actual blue part of the camo, beautiful. The platinum part, why the fuck is it there? Get this out of here. What are we doing? So not a big fan of that. And then Apocalypse right here, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful camo, especially when you shoot this thing. Here's gonna shoot it in a minute. And then you shoot it and then it gets red like that. Ooh, it just looks really good. Will I get that? I don't know. I might have to get that camo. I'm not ready to farm 4 camos this year. We got the co-op camo, which is honestly my favorite. We got the Molten Gold right here. Very clean, very nice. Moonstone looks absolutely beautiful. A lot of these camos kind of bring me back to BO4. Chromaflux, kind of like Oil Light. It's all right. Not a big fan. But then the Mastery camo right here. You get a look at Genesis. This is the co-op Mastery camo. Looks absolutely beautiful. Looks like watery almost. And then you shoot it. And then shooting it, it kind of looks like Nebula, I'm gonna be honest. But when it's oh wait, where did that blue come from? That looks really good. And then we get a look at the multiplayer camos, which I'm gonna be honest, this is probably the weakest camo set. Shattered Gold does not look good in my opinion. And then we get Arc Light. I'm not a big fan of this either. And it just looks like that Modern Warfare 2 purple camo, except it's just white. Tempest, this looks so gimmicky. This looks like a bundle that you would get. It does not look like a Mastery camo in any way. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a cool camo, but like as a Mastery camo, this just doesn't look like a Mastery camo. And then we get Singularity, which is like your classic Galaxy style. It looks very clean though, especially when you shoot it, and then it has like this after animation. Yeah, that's crazy. So Mastery camo here, the Singularity camo itself, good. Everything else, I'm not a big fan. But overall, I would say this is like the best camos that we've gotten since BO4 at least, especially when you look at the prestige camos that are coming back. You got this camo, it looks absolutely sick. Weaponized 115, all of these prestige camos. But I'm very curious of how these prestige camos are unlocked. Does every gun just have 1 prestige camo, or do they have 2 prestige camo? And if so, when are these unlocked? Do I have to get the prestige 1, prestige 2, prestige master to level 250? Like if I want to go after one of these, how much time is it going to take? Especially since they have so many good prestige camos that they have. This is what I was looking for. That Starlight camo kind of just looks like a white version of that. These are way better than BO6's camo. I forgot about BO6's Warzone camo. Yeah, this shit was ass. Everything else for the multiplayer reveal, like honestly, we're just gonna have to play it ourselves. Map design looks cool, color looks cool. Skill-based matchmaking still hasn't been changed. Who would have thought? But they went on to the zombies reveal, and the thing about the zombies reveal is everyone is criticizing it for looking like BO6 zombies. Oh, it's modern zombies. Look at the point system, look at the armor, look at the rarity, all that stuff. And it just makes me mad because yes, they are 100% correct, but also Treyarch has another game mode that fixes all of these issues. The problem is they're just not presenting it to us in any single way. So you have all these people looking at this, complaining about all of these issues that they see, complaining about the fact that it looks like BO6 when you have a game mode that completely changes it, potentially by the way, from what they say, completely changes it gameplay wise and fixes all the issues that a lot of people are seeing. Now, if you have issues with the map itself, then that's your own thing. But the issues with health bars, mini map, map, armor, all that stuff can be fixed, point system, but they're just not showing it off. Like, what are you guys doing? You guys desperately need to show that off right now because the zombies community is pissed. Yes, it's there, but not a lot of people actually realize that. Other than them not showing off the mode, the zombies looks cool this year. Aesthetically, probably one of the best maps that we've gotten since BO4. Oh wait, the HUD. The HUD has to go. It just has to. They say they have themes, but yet again, you're not showing off what these themes are. The thing about the themes is, like, last year they said like, oh, if you have complaints about the HUD, like, you can just change it and shit, but there was only so much that you can change. You can turn off certain things, and I criticized the HUD the other day and said that they need to change the HUD. You know what the response was? Comments were saying, oh, we'll just turn off the HUD. I shouldn't have to fucking turn off the HUD. I should just have a good HUD to begin with. Why would I want to handicap myself with good information that should just be presented to me in a good, clean way that doesn't look like multiplayer? Holy shit, guys. And after the whole zombies thing, they went on to Warzone. I should have just stopped watching at that point. The Warzone reveal was honestly depressing. Warzone not getting a big map is probably one of the weirdest decisions that I've ever seen, but it also makes sense because Activision spent so much fucking money bringing back Verdansk that they just had to use it. You know, we can't move on yet. It costs too much money to make. We put all of our eggs in this basket. Oh my god, it's not working anymore. What are we gonna do? Literally what they sound like right now. But then at the same time, it doesn't make sense that they're not just switching to Avalon because Avalon is done. We are going to be able to play on Avalon as soon as the game releases with the endgame mode in the campaign. So why can't we just play on the Avalon mode in Warzone? It's on the same exact engine. Why can't we play on Avalon? Why do we have to wait until spring of 2026? I'm saying we, like, I'm gonna be playing this shit. Fuck no. Never playing Warzone again. I mean, honestly, I might have to grind that camo, but it's just another year and another year of feeling bad for Warzone players. Actually, it's not even another year of feeling bad for Warzone players. As a multiplayer person, you know, back in the day, we got shafted over and over again by Warzone. When 2019 came out, Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, and now the tables have finally returned. Balance in the force has been restored. And the more big content that you push out for Warzone, Warzone's getting reset next year with Modern Warfare 4. The farther out Avalon gets pushed, the farther out the Blackout experience gets pushed, the closer and closer you are to Modern Warfare 4 with Warzone 3 completely resetting the field. Everything's gonna get reset. It's gonna be like 2019, or it's gonna be like Modern Warfare 2 all over again. So what's the point? They announced that they're gonna do POIs for Verdansk, and when I heard that, I was just like, oh, you better do a lot of fucking POIs. Have like 5 new POIs, maybe even more than that. Change half of the map at that point. They have 2 POIs. Watching the creators play that, they looked depressed. Even the Warzone creators. We're sitting here in 2025 playing a Call of Duty game that takes place in 2035, playing a map from 2020. But yeah, in terms of multiplayer, I like what I see from multiplayer. This score streak, by the way, Jesus, man, this might be a problem. You know, there's so many things that go into these games, even beyond just like what's on paper, bonds, metas, balancing, responses. I hope it's a good year. There's a ton of camos, and that's kind of all what I care about. If you have a ton of camos for me to go after, cool, because that's the only reason I play Call of Duty. I love the camos. I want to go after the mastery camo, or mastery camos, a crap ton of prestige camos that are also going to be added with every single gun. On top of that, we're getting event camos. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. In the zombie side, classic mode has to hit. If classic mode doesn't hit, just throw the whole game away. On the Warzone side, I'm sad for you if you're a Warzone player. And then, you know, what else is there? Campaign, who gives a shit? Yeah, the beta's tomorrow, and hopefully skill-based matchmaking doesn't bend me over too hard, because skill-based matchmaking in the betas are 100 times worse. I will say this every single time. Beta skill-based matchmaking is the worst thing ever to exist. It is 100 times worse than launch. It's 100 times worse than the end of the year, the beginning, season 1 launches, season what. Beta skill-based matchmaking is Satan himself.